Alright, in this video you're going to need some needle nose pliers, some type of Gorilla Glue, super glue, soldering iron, and some solder. What I'm going to show you today is how to replace the cord on your Imac power brick or charger. So here we have the charger, and this particular charger the cord was eaten by a cat. So as you can see, so it's got multiple breaks in it, and other than shorting out the laptop or the power brick, I'm going to show you a way that you could replace it if you have another power brick that already has burnt out. I basically unsoldered that one, as you can see here, and I'm going to solder the good cord into the good power brick. So first you're going to do is take your needle nose pliers and you're going to put them right in here, and basically you're going to spread that apart. Once you're done, you should end up with something like this. These little tabs are going to fall off. You should be able to split the case open. Trying to be careful that you don't crack the case or pull it apart so far that the wires get ripped out, because there are some attached wires to it. What we want to do is pull out the little cord here so you can see what's going on inside. And make note on where and what color the wires are attached to. Usually it's a black and a white, or sometimes it's a black and a green, but it's pretty obvious on where it is. So I'm just going to pull this little piece of Capcom tape off, and then I can see what I'm working with here. Usually there's a little bit of some type of adhesive in there that kind of hold the wires in place. So you just pull that out a little bit. If you see any adhesive that may be getting in your way, just kind of pick it off with something. I'm just using a regular small flathead screwdriver here. So I'd just peel that off and then just kind of shake it out, just so it's not rattling around in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my soldering iron, and I'm just making note on where each wire is connected to so you don't hook them up wrong. I'm going to heat up the solder on the tab end of it, and just going to basically pull it out. Sometimes it's better if you have an extra hand in here, so you can just kind of heat it up, pull it out, and you'll be all set. So once you get them heated up, you should be able to pull them right out once you unsolder them, and you should have something like this. Now you can get rid of that cord because that one's the chewed up one, and we'll take our new cord, and we're going to solder this one into the good power brick. So here you see we got the cord. We're going to put it right back where it was before. So we're going to heat that up, put it in, add a little solder, and solder it back in. Right here I'm just going to clean it out a little bit because the hole's kind of plugged up. Being careful not to heat it up too much because you may burn out some of the diodes that are really close to these connections here. So here we go. I'm going to attach it on. I'm going to heat it up again just to push them in a little further. Alright, they look pretty good. Now we're going to push the case back together, so we're going to push that down in there. It just kind of snaps back in. Realign the little stopper that holds that wire in there so it doesn't get ripped out. Looks like there's a little piece of something there blocking it, so I'm just going to fix that. And then, so everything's flush in there. Okay. So now it should fit in there pretty good. What you're going to do is take the top part of the case, put that back on. Not all the way, and you don't want to quite glue it yet. Just add some glue around the edges when we're ready here, but let's just make sure that it can go back together so nothing's in the way. And you take them 4 little tabs, kind of leave it apart just enough so you can get these tabs back in. And once you do it a couple times, it's pretty obvious on how they go, but I just kind of take it, and there's little teeth in there, and there's little slots that they line up into. So if you kind of take your time and do one side at a time, it's pretty easy. So just, you want to spread it enough where you could get it in there. Just like that. Then you can do the other side, like so, then put in the other piece here, and then you can kind of push it together and hold it there, and do the same thing to the other side. It's a little tricky, but they once they fit in, it should stay in. Then what you want to do is add a little glue to the whole outside edge. A little super glue or clear, some type of clear glue will work well. And then put it under a book or something that's heavy but not enough that it will so here it is, and I'm going to test it before I glue it back together. So I'm going to grab the power cord. I'm going to attach it back here. I'm going to grab the power cord and attach it back to the charger. So we're hooked back up, and let's test it out on a MacBook and make sure that it's actually charging.